My name is Lizzie. Each fortnight I'm bringing along a different origami fold in support of making time for your well-being. It's a time when you just focus on nothing else but doing something lovely for yourself, and it can be a lovely way of just switching off, but actually in a very focused way, making something that will also remind you to keep looking after yourself, and maybe will make you smile, and maybe it's something you can share with others as well. These films are all dedicated to my colleagues at UCLH, to staff, to patients, but for anybody to use, and I hope you'll enjoy this. It's part of a big library of films now. So it's coming up towards Easter time, but it's just generally a time which is spring and a feeling of new life, which is just really lifts the spirits. I've been thinking about flowers, and of course I think rabbits are needed. So we're going to make a very simple, a really lovely, delightful, simple rabbit. So it's a simpler rabbit than we've done before, but it's quite fun because you blow into it and it makes a three-dimensional structure, and it's really quite rabbity. I like the back of it actually. It's almost like you've got a little tail. So yeah, you could maybe do a white rabbit, or I've done a little tiny grey one there. All you need is a piece of paper. Don't use thick paper for this, so don't attempt to use card, it just won't work. It will involve blowing into it and that will inflate it, which is rather fun. So I think it's a traditional fold. I'm not quite sure. I think it's based on what's called a water bomb or a paper balloon. And I was actually given one of these little rabbits by someone who took part in one of my sessions. So it's been on my wish list to make, and I thought this time of year is the best time to save it for. So I must do at some point a frog. You can also inflate a frog. I love these models that you blow into. A little breath of life, and it pops into shape. So grab yourself something to press on, and grab myself some paper, and let's get folding. So we're going to make a square first of all. Again, I'm just going to use A4 just to show you. Folding it in half. Good strong fold, and be nice and accurate. Strong folds. It lets out some tension. It means everything just works as well. So I'm next going to open this up. Do a little tear, a little nick there. Put your hand close to the edge. Tear off. There we go. And I'm just going to use one of these to make a square. So taking the corner, lining it up like so. There we go. Make sure I'm happy with it. That's the great thing with paper. You can play with it until you're happy. I'm going to remove this rectangle, turn it over. You could use scissors, but I just like the simplicity that we're just using hands, and reveals a little bit the structure of the paper as well. Those little tiny fibres of wood. Undoing that, I think we forget it's all from nature, this, with a bit of human inventiveness in making paper in the first place. Right, so opening this up now, if you have origami paper, which can be white on one side and colours on the other, I think that this should be white at the moment. You will see. So we're going to do the other diagonal line like so. Good squash, but white can be quite appropriate for this. Turning it over, really crucial. The directions of the lines are really important. Engineering how things work and fold up. We're next going to do a horizontal line. There we go. And the other horizontal or vertical line. So I'm going to do the other line as well. There we go. So next I'm going to open this up. It's in this nice almost little kind of raise, like a little flower, and I love this moment. Pop your finger underneath the middle and push, and it pops. Lovely pop. And then bring the sides in and squash it down, and it becomes a triangle. Shape shifting. So you look down, that's how it should look like. So next we're going to take a corner and we're going to lift it up to the very top. There we go. And we're going to do the same on the other side. So again, that corner up to the top. So it looks like a little square. Right, so our next step is we're going to take the outside corner and bring it to the middle. So we're going to fold it. I might need to see what I'm doing at this point actually. Definitely find that one a difficult one to do in the air. Right, just to show you. So it's up there and I took it down to that middle point. I'm going to do the same as well, this bottom corner, bringing it up to the middle so that they meet. There we go. So it should be looking like this. Now at the top of this triangle, these things are loose. So I just want you to take this loose one and fold it down to meet there. It should form a nice little tidy shape. Can you see? And I'm going to do the same with the other one. So taking this, bringing it down like so. Now each of these, I just want you to, I guess I'm keeping that a bit closed. I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to fold it along that line like that. And then undo it. And I'm just going to do the same on the other side while we're here. That's right. Now all you need to do now, it's actually a little bit tricky, is there's a little pocket there. So I want you to slip this into there. You might need to sort of curve it around. It's not the easiest to do, but pushing that in. And the point is, it's not meant to be easy, it's meant to stay there. So this is a way of doing it without any glue, which is brilliant. Same with this other side, this little corner there. If you then tuck it into that pocket. Okay, so bringing that round, curling it in and pushing it in like so. So hopefully it's gone in there. So hopefully it's like that. Okay. So now if you turn to the back, I'm going to take this long edge and I'm going to bring it down along there. You can almost feel that these are going to become ears already, can't you? There we go. Checking that's lined up. Like so. And the same with this. We're going to bring this long edge and bring it along that vertical line, like so. There we go. Lovely. So our next step, we're going to work on these ears, is to pull up these ears. So we're going to pull this up about that sort of an angle. That will do. So it's from this corner up a bit. And I'll do the same thing on the other side. There we go. Lovely. So hopefully it's looking something like that. Our next step, we're almost there actually, is to lift up this bottom edge and bring it up along the vertical. So we're taking that bottom edge and bringing it up along the vertical. Like so. And this really is the ear there. Same with this other side, lifting that up and bringing it there. Now you can see a rabbit is emerging, can't you? It's a very simplistic rabbit, but that's rather sweet actually. I think simple can be nice. So I think actually if you just take this sort of, it's actually got sort of almost four little pages to it. If you just take up the ear side, which is the head up there, and just hold that together and maybe slightly bringing those down, because this is going to be the bottom of the rabbit and this is going to be the head. So if you can get it in that sort of position, I think that's good. Right, just one more thing to do, which is to blow into it. Now, I've got lipstick on. It's not a very good idea for lipstick because you'll get a little mark, but I will do it anyway. So at the very top here is a little hole. I don't know if you can see that. There's a hole there. All you need to do is blow into its little mouth and it will pop into life. Can you see? It expanded. So mine one there. And it's kind of up to you what position you'd like to put the ears. Maybe you could open them up a little bit. If you've got two-sided paper, you will see that. I rather like how you've got a little shape there, which feels like it's tail. There are definitely a lot more complex ones you can make, but it is rather sweet, I thought. You might want to put some eyes on it as well. So maybe you could put a little tiny eye, just small, looks rather sweet. And then maybe you could also put on a little nose as well. So maybe just with a pen, and it's really where you were blowing, but mine's, as I said, it's got a bit of lipstick on it. So hopefully you will end up with something like this, one I made earlier, a little bit neater, and they're rather sweet. I hope you enjoyed that. Happy folding.